Okay, Eileen is dropping me off. We are a little south of Medora, North Dakota, on the Maah Daah Hey trailhead. She's going to drop me off here south of Bully Pulpit, and I'm going to head south, and she's going to drive and meet me down there.
Walk a little bit, then I'll come back down here and pick you up.
Sounds good. So today's June 6th. Here's my first cattle gate of the morning. Out of breath already. That was a tough climb. Oh, that's interesting. That just swings up. There's a spring return. Well, kind of. Here's the scenery on the other side of that ridge. That's the road that I just dropped off on down there. The trail is pretty well marked. They've got this turtle symbol there, so hopefully I won't have any trouble with my orientation skills this morning, but you never know. There's a huge rock up ahead, not quite as narrow as where we were yesterday at Devil's Tower. After the Black Hills National Forest Trail in Sundance, Wyoming. Should be my last YouTube film. Looks like there's some little, oh, those are fissures on the side. I thought maybe they're doorways for a homestead of some sort. Oh. Looks like a roof on there. Maybe that was some kind of dwelling. I don't see any doorways though. I guess maybe just the rock formation is flat on top. Hard to say. Yeah, I think this is just all natural. Doesn't look like this was ever inhabited. Here's my second cattle gate of the day. Man, the scenery is just outstanding. So maybe this trail is going to give Palo Duro Canyon run for the money as my favorite. My criteria is challenging but doable trail. This has been challenging, some uphills, and beautiful scenery. So this may be up there. Now the Black Hills Overlook Trail at Chadron State Park had some beautiful scenery too. It was a challenge. Actually, it was a little too much of a challenge at some points. Had to do some hike-a-bikes, but it's also a little muddy, a little slippery from rain the night before. So I don't know. This This may be 1, Paladuro 2, and Black Hills 3. Now this is, I say it's well marked, so right here, there's a section that goes to the left. There's the turtle sign there, but then there's a section over here to the right that looks more well worn. I just stopped for a little break here on this uphill. I was handling it okay. My heart rate was getting a little high. I've got it down in granny gear, so I'm handling the hill okay. Sweating a lot, so I've got my Camelback with water in it, and I've got a little electrolyte drink in a bottle in my bottle cage. So I'm thinking I should be hydrated enough. They call this the Deuce section of the Maah Daah Hey. I think it's because it was built after the main section. The main section, I don't know if it starts at the north unit, Theodore Roosevelt National Park, or it may go through it. Then it goes through the south unit of Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and then down to here. So I just checked my location, estimating that I was a little bit less than a quarter of the way there to where Eileen was going to pick me up, and been riding about 25 minutes now, so hopefully I can stay on schedule for the 2-hour allotted riding time. So this is North Dakota. This is my 31st state in which I have mountain biked, and it is the 6th of the trip that we are on currently. Here's my 3rd cattle gate of the day. Here's my trail marker, so good for now. Okay, I see a trail straight ahead. Not quite sure how 1 gets up there. I think 1 just goes right up here. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. This is kind of a grassy section here. Boy, in Chadron State Park, the Black Hills Overlook Trail, I think I picked up 4 or 5 ticks. Well, got 2 of them, had to extract 2 of them. Let's see, a 3rd was on me, but wasn't cinched in yet. Oh, a 4th one was just kind of on the clothing after I'd showered and stuff. The clothing that I'd taken off, and then there's another one on the back of my neck later on in the night. Didn't pick up any yesterday over at Sundance, so remains to be seen if I pick up any on this trip. Here comes my 4th cattle gate of the day. Well, I stopped on the trail here to get a drink, and so trail headed that way, but then I look over here. I may need to zoom in on this when I do the film. But there is a trail post up there on that hill. So I have evidently got some climbing to do yet. Here's some of the scenery on my climb up to that post. I had it in granny gear, but just stepped it up to second gear. Aha, there's the post up there. So down that way is where I was. Wasn't too hard on me. It's a really nice trail. You got to watch out because it's kind of rutty, and like what I did back there, if you get your wheel going a little sideways against the steep wall of that rut, then you put yourself in jeopardy of crashing. But other than that, it's a great trail. Started to lose track. I think this is cattle gate number 5. I just had a bit of a climb there, taking a little bit of a break. But I looked, and I believe I'm maybe a little past 2/3 of the distance, and been exercising hour and 12 minutes, my watch says. So looks like I'm pretty good on my schedule. After just saying I was good on my schedule, I looked at my phone, and it was already past my allotted meetup time with Eileen. But some of these counties around here are on Central Time to the east of here, so I must be hitting on a tower east of here that's in Central Time, because it's only 10:40 according to my other watch that hasn't been updated since we were at Theodore Roosevelt last night. Just never tire of this scenery. It is just awesome. Eileen dropped me off around 9:30 this morning, so I'm beating the heat of the day, but it sure doesn't feel like it. It is warm out here. Let's see, I think it was around 89 or something when we got into the national park last night. So it's probably headed to that temperature again today. Don't know where we're at right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the lower 80s. But it's a cloudless day. It's beautiful. Just a little warm. Some more of the scenery. So from here we're headed down to Badlands National Park. We'll be camping there a couple nights. Got my SPF 50 sunscreen on. Hope that's good. Okay, I think this is number 6. Picking up a little bit of speed here. These trails have a little bit of exposure to them. Matter of fact, I'm stopping here. I'm not going to chance it there. That's a bit of a drop off. That was my first muddy experience of the day. I had to walk it across there. I haven't seen any snakes out here. Seems like as hot as it is out here on the trail, seems like the snakes would be out. But I'm not complaining. Okay, the final gate. I think this may be near the parking area as well. I actually passed Eileen. She parked the car and was out hiking. So she's headed back this way as well. So that'll give me a little time to get to the car and start racking up the bikes before she gets back. Okay, I'm back at the car and gonna check my stats here. I was riding for an hour and 56 minutes and I had an hour and 3 minutes in the aerobic zone. What a beautiful trail. I think it's my number 1 for now. So I'm gonna rack up the bikes, and about at that time I will expect Eileen to show up.